Welcome to my channel. This is Mario Lloyd, also known as Real Estate Guru PK. On this channel, we talk about my real estate endeavors. We also have the top real estate producers and the top entrepreneurs in the country. Be sure to click the link below with Justin P with his Support Black Colleges marketing course. Also with Jason White's Crack the Code affiliate link, click that below as well. Also to support the channel, Webull, M1 Finance, Chase, Discover, Robinhood, and Public, a stock trading app. We hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Real Estate Guru PK signing up. Man, we got a special guest. My man went viral last time. Boys was mad, females was mad. Boy ruffled a lot of feathers.
Viral. What'd you say,
I
man?
know that's right. I'm trying to figure this out.
I told the truth and they don't like the truth.
Tell them what I want to hear.
It was so many different controversial points, to be honest. Mm-hmm. I mean, me and Turner was going at it. It made for a great
We wasn't going at it.
We was going at it. In my head. I'm a Pisces, so I took that real personal.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Miss Turner was a little bit like flustered. Just a little bit. A little bit.
So what y'all talk about? I wasn't here, man. I think I was, somewhere.
He sees women as objects.
Oh, my goodness. Come on. What? It's an accessory, not a. Come on.
That's how I took it.
He basically said that his girl his girl can only be with him, but he could be with whoever he wants.
Oh.
And
exactly.
And that bothered a lot of
That sounds biblical to me.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Was I wrong for saying that?
Yeah.
Or was I right for saying that?
No. So more so, just to kind of like go back and elaborate on what we was talking about. Where the conversation came from was I think she took what I said and put it into her own context, but essentially what I was deliberating was that as a man with a certain level of prestige, at a certain level of importance, so on and so forth, right? I believe that you are able to, have multiple women. That's all I was saying. So now I understand that at the end of the day, cheating is a rich man's sport. Right? So just like the quote says, would you rather cry in a Honda or cry in a Rolls Royce? Now, I ain't got a Rolls Royce for you yet, but it was more so just based off the fact that if I'm taking care of 100% of everything financially, emotionally, sexually, so on and so forth, why are you worrying about what other hoes, what other hoes I deal with? And I learned from my 25 years of life, what the hell did I learn?
Nothing, obviously.
I wouldn't say it was nothing, but I'll tell you this, right? From the last time I was on here, I was in a situationship. I'm not in that no more. So I can speak a little bit more freely now. So if y'all thought the first time I was talking loosely, I'm popping it this time.
Oh, wow.
Strictly from Philly.
So what happened with that? Right.
What part of Philly you from, man?
I'm from Southwest, where all the Africans at.
Okay.
I'm from Southwest.
Okay.
But this is gonna be the funniest thing ever. So if y'all gonna headline it, this might as well be the intro.
Oh. Okay.
She went through my phone and she called me dealing with other women and I cut her off. You can't trust a female who won't trust you.
What?
Think about it.
But why should she trust you when you talking to the whole world?
We don't lie to women.
Were you up front with her?
We lie with women.
In the beginning.
I was up front with her, not in the beginning, but as she caught me, as she began to catch me in my lies, and then a man is gonna lie to the woman who he loves.
No.
Whoa. I am dead.
I don't lie to women. I lie with women. It's a difference.
Okay. Well,
it's a difference.
My man funny.
I'm an AT&T, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of shit going on with my phone. I'm an AT&T, so I'm swapping out my phones. I'm getting another phone. This is my third phone. So I'm swapping out my phones. I leave my other phone in there. I log out my iCloud.
Oh.
I log out my iCloud. She stay inside the car. I'm about to just go buy a charger, right? I go and buy the charger. I come back in the car and she like, really, C-Most? I'm like, I ain't know the charger's going to take that long.
Right.
She like, nah, really? And I'm like, what's going on? So I automatically grab the door because I'm like, I feel like she's about to try to throw something at me. Like, I don't know. Like, a female is at her last, or at least you think she at her last tipping point. When she get mad, she not even necessarily like combative. It's more so like she's calm, smooth. Like she had like her last straw. But for me, that was just the beginning of the rodeo, unfortunately, because that's when I was beginning to start telling the truth. I'm like, okay, I'm glad that this is taking place right now where it's at, because I had it up to here. Simply because there was a lot of external things that was going on too as well. But essentially, when she found that out, it was just like I got nothing to do but to tell the truth now, right? I mean,
Now.
yeah, because when I told her the truth in the beginning,
Okay.
again, she didn't choose to like oblige by it,
Mhm.
right? So I just kept feeding her lies and feeding her lies and feeding her lies to kind of
Manipulating her.
So that's a deal breaker for you. She has to be willing to accept that you're going to see other women.
No, just in that relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, I'm not gonna like completely like throw her under the bus because that
I
was
got
somebody I was once in love with.
Okay.
But it was just more so like I feel like too many people base their relationships off of social media trends, so on and so forth. So I feel like in our relationship at the time, it's like if I'm gonna be younger than you, taking care of you 100% financially, it's like you shouldn't have no doubts or worries about who I'm doing what with if I'm not doing X, Y, and Z. Like I was saying on last podcast, right? I'm not essentially
STDs.
Yeah, no STDs, no kids, no public embarrassments, nobody. All the girls I was dealing with, they knew I had a girl.
Oh.
So it was kind of like I said, I was being truthful to the hoes, but I was telling her lies, which is bad.
Because you
so
loved
I was 100%
her.
wrong. Exactly.
And that's
I
what
was
you
wrong.
were saying. Okay.
Yeah. So to prevent myself from continuing to hurt her,
Shawty?
to prevent myself from continuing to hurt her, I'm like, since you're not strong enough to let me go, I'm gonna let myself go because I see that I'm obviously like we're using each other in a way. But it's like I feel like you do better without me in the sense of you using me as a crutch. You know what I mean? So that was what it was really about. So I mean, I kind of capped it off like that, but honestly speaking, it was like I cut her off because she caught me doing other things, but at the same time, it was more like if we continue to let this play out, I feel as though that I'm only gonna hurt you more because I'm not mature enough to harvest a relationship with you. So I'd rather let myself do my own thing and you figure it out yourself. So that's what was on.
Okay.
So it's safe to say that's not an engagement ring?
Nah, I haven't talked to her in like 2-3 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is
the
recent,
ring
though.
finger, man.
Oh, this right here?
That's the ring finger.
is.
I'm just flashy.
Oh, okay.
Let me take this off, but
no.
He said,
Yeah,
They might think you engaged though.
No, I'm single, 100%. Like I could save your number, your name under your real name in my phone type single. Like you could spend a night, you don't gotta worry about nobody trying to like come over, knock on the door type single. Like I'm that single. So if you wanna like,
where can they find you then?
Instagram at Bluffa Boy, BLUFFABOY.
Well, by your logic, technically you're always single no matter what.
No.
He said if he's in love with her.
I was in love with her, but it was more so like I felt like Dr. Umar said, it was a pleasure contract. It was more so like I was
like who said that?
Dr. Umar.
Dr.
Umar.
It was a pleasure
Like,
contract.
Y'all been listening to Umar Johnson, man?
Yeah, he's a good brother from Philly.
Oh, you listen to all the brothers from
I gotta
Philly.
drink.
Not just that, but he's more. I like Kevin Samuels. I like Dr. Umar Johnson. I like Charleston White. I like people who I like. Charlemagne the God. I like all those people who are like, open and speaking their mind and not giving a fuck about what anybody says. Because internally, that's how I feel. But I'm not bold enough to kind of like.
To tell
Yeah.
folks.
But today, before I came on, I was drinking, so I think I might say a little
Oh
bit more.
my God.
So did you learn a lesson, like going into your next situation, ship or relationship?
I definitely will want it to be a relationship for sure. But
Okay.
I think that I need to just. I think I need to be more honest. Pisces lie a lot. Right? Yeah, that's definitely a character trait that we have
Wow.
that we need to definitely work on. I need to also put myself first. I need to, you would think like I wasn't putting myself first when I was doing all of that, but
Yeah,
at
you
the same
was.
time,
You actually was putting yourself first.
I told her, I'm like, look, am I really cheating? Because technically, I never left you for any of these women. I just, from time to time, I want to experience other female energy. That's how I felt.
Why is that?
Because
That's
I
how we
wasn't
were
content with
created.
myself.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
all it
got
really
you.
was.
Okay.
It was more so.
I can take that.
Okay, let me stop lying. Let me be honest.
That's how we were created.
One,
Yeah.
and again, nobody knows who she is, but unless you know, but it was like I was pulling on all of the weight financially.
Okay.
Any woman can just have sex with me and make me meals from time to time.
Okay.
It was like, I feel like when you think about marriage, if who's taking it long term like that, that's a business contract.
Hmm.
For her birthday, I gave her $10,000. In 2 months, it was gone.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, all right, I'm gonna have some fun. That's, you know how that makes me feel.
Nah,
like
that's
internally,
crazy.
it's like,
You gave her.
Well,
what?
So
and
she-
I never gave my mom $1,000.
She got your
So
children?
was her
No.
Nah.
It sounds you just chose bad.
her financial irresponsibility, did it turn you off?
It did, but when I first came out here, she was the first beautiful girl that was natural, that had a good soul.
Okay.
And I fell in love, right?
Mhm.
But again, I also realized that, so crazy story, when I met her, she was already dealing with somebody that was in jail.
Red flag.
She was holding
Super red
holding him
flag.
down, right?
A lot of them.
That's
do
not
that, man.
It
holding
was a
down
red
no-
flag, but shit, I thought I'm a bull. I seen the red flag and I was like, what? You see what I'm saying? So I took the red flag like it was a
You a
flag.
young boy.
I'm a young bull.
I already know.
Yeah, I'm a young
I already
bull.
know y'all.
So not to say too much of her personal business, but it was like I already met her while she was in something.
Right.
And then like me just having like my poise, she then it was kind of like I was, I was like a tug and pull. It's like give and take in a way where it's always like in the beginning I was chasing her. And then once I got her, yeah. So now, like to answer your question, what I'm working on is not introducing a female to something I can't keep up with. Right? And not leading them on. So, everything in life is all about the chase. It's about the anticipation. So while I was anticipating her, once I got her and she cut ties with that guy, it was like, oh, now I'm comfortable. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So my comfortability left me to want to chase, outside feminine energy, because then I started to realize like I felt like I was him. I'm like, hold on, she don't know I get bitches. Like I think she think I'm just because I've been loyal to her for these 4 months while she was holding somebody else down, but still entertaining me. I'm like, nah. So because she underestimated like my value, I then kind of overcompensated by that by indulging in other women. And like I said, I wasn't right for it, so I'm 100% wrong. I take part in that, but it was just more so like I feel as though that again, you can't have it all in a relationship. So if she was willing to allow me to take care of everything 100% financially, but she still never necessarily had to worry about another woman coming to her as another woman or anything like that, let me do what I want to do from time to time.
Absolutely.
If you asked me about it, I should have been honest and just told you, yeah, so that way you can have an option to accept it or, go your separate ways. That's where I was wrong at. I don't feel bad for what I did. I feel bad that I got caught. And I didn't tell the truth about it.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense. So it's still some things I got to work on. So I don't want to be in a relationship right now. But I do want to, build relationships with other women in regards to like just seeing how we both can add value to the table. That's all it really is.
Right. Would you date an older woman? Like 40?
I don't feel like I could teach them nothing. No. Oh. I don't feel like I could teach them nothing.
You can always teach a woman something.
Yes.
I don't feel like you got something to say. I'm just. Come on now. I want you to talk, man. Tell me. Come on, tell me something.
I'm gonna have something to say. I'm just letting him.
She let me cook.
Yeah.
So go on eat.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Digest.
No, keep going. I'm gonna put my 2 cents in when I'm.
I mean, enough said. Really. So after she had, so what was crazy about it was that here's my biggest thing when it comes to a lot of women, right? If you're not ready to leave, do not go through that man's phone. She went through my phone and she still wasn't ready to leave. So now that in my head psychologically, I took it as you're weak. It's like so you really can't be without me. Because I feel like at that point, it's not love, it's control, right? Because if you really love me, you wouldn't allow yourself to put yourself to keep yourself in a toxic situation that wasn't adding any value to you, because you see exactly what I'm doing. Like she literally seen videos. We are beyond text messages. These are videos. How does she get into all that? At this point, I'm thinking like,
what kind of videos?
Video, man, you recording yourself, dog?
Yeah. Whoa. I had a whole vault.
Man, y'all niggas.
Both of what?
So do you go back and like recap? Is that what you keep them for? Like what?
Wild out here, man.
I'm young, you know, type of woman I'm
Y'all
dealing
better
with.
stop that,
Nice.
man. Y'all better stop that, man, for real.
He wants to go back and reminisce.
It's
Man,
fine.
please.
I'm a let me record type dude.
Hey, if that what you like, dog, I ain't finna tell you different, man, but just, man, y'all boy tripping, man.
It's the younger generation, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
And I also had to realize, never have I ever been in this position where as though I had this much.
Y'all leaving too much evidence,
man. I am. But while I was doing all this, psychologically, I always knew what's done in the dark is going to come to the light. At some point, she's going to find out. So it wasn't like I just thought that I was going to run my movie the whole time.
You got to worry about the light if you always dark, man.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. She ain't need to go through my phone. At some point, it was going to be exposed to her.
The only time it's supposed to come to the light is when you die, man.
I'm cracking up. So, I mean, well, the relationship was dead.
Would you ever spin the block with her, or you done?
Nah. Because like I said, internally, I know that it wasn't really, it was love, but outside of love too as well, we was both in a way unintentionally and inadvertently controlling each other, because she was using me for my financial resources, and I was using her
for her body,
the food, comfort, so on and so forth.
It don't sound like she can cook, man. You was using for her body.
Nah,
she could cook. She could throw down.
Yeah, it was decent.
Oh, okay,
okay, that's what's up.
I'm not hard to please in the kitchen. Okay. Like, I don't cook myself, so
she was warming up stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she wasn't. Nah, she wasn't warming up. She did her thing.
Man, y'all boy, girl, put some in the microwave. Y'all love them heifers, man. God dog, man.
Nah. My mom know how to cook because I come from Africa.
I know. That's what I'm saying,
you gotta
man.
do a little something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I already know it.
So it wasn't that at all. But I mean, overall, like I'll take full responsibility and say that I definitely was more wrong in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm mature enough to at least like admit that. And I don't know. I really wish the best for her. Honestly speaking, like I wish we could have been
That's
friends.
good.
Like I tried to like have like a relationship where like outside of like anything
Mhm.
sexual like past them, but it continued to be toxic in a way where I knew my last straw was when like she literally called me the other day because again everything is in my name for her, right? Like where she lives, so on and
Oh
so forth.
wow.
So she was like, "Oh, you was doing X, Y, and Z on my Wi-Fi connection, and I got an Airbnb guest, and that stopped my money because they said that they can't. They basically said like it was something fraudulent about her IP address, and based off of what I was allegedly doing when I was with her 8 months ago. So she's like, you owe me $1,200. I'm like,
What? She's 1,200, not 200, but 1,200.
1,200.
Hell no.
And then the week before that, she requested more money. Hey, you used to use my Cash App.
Oh, so you gave it to her?
I gave the first time I gave it to her. This is the first time.
Mhm.
She was like, "Hey, you used to use my Cash App to collect your payments for your business. Somebody reversed the payment for $700. I need the money back." I said, "You know what? I'm gonna take the loss. You know, you was helping me at that time, cool." But then when she circled back and it's like, "Oh no, now I feel like you just trying to get over me."
Yeah.
So I was just like, "I don't want that." So we
Wow.
can't really like have like a good like friendship.
Man, y'all youngers getting some money out
I'm
here, man.
telling you.
Credit.
That's what's up.
Hey, can we do a fit check? Can we do a fit check? How,
Oh, yeah,
how
let's
much
see
for the
what we
watch?
got.
How much for the watch?
Shit, too much.
Too much.
Too much. Yeah.
How much for the ring?
Shit, you gotta go to let me shout them out first. Dang, I ain't go to them in so long. I got like 2 different jewelers. Freak. I feel bad now. But it's like 2,000. That ain't crazy.
Okay.
Mhm.
My favorite piece out of everything I have on really is the Rick Owens.
The Rick on.
The Rick Owens, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
That Rico?
Yeah.
I thought them were Converse.
Oh my God. Wrap it up.
He said he
That's how
can't
you
tell
know
the
you getting
difference.
old.
He said
That's how you know you getting old.
I think I'm 40. I don't know none of this stuff, man. I don't care. This all I know right here, man. Jordan.
We ain't rocking them no more just because, like, first of all, I don't really even like Jordan as a person, to be honest. I gotta like you as a person, but I don't know too much about Rick. He could be a racist for all I know. So I can't necessarily even say that. So, yeah,
Well,
you
we
just
all-
like him.
We all
Yeah.
racist to a
I'm
certain
a follower
degree.
when it comes to fashion. We all are, realistically. We don't make our own. Fashion recycles itself. Honestly.
Absolutely.
Like these flare pants and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that
they
you can
coming
wear.
back. You see that?
What is?
Yeah,
it?
them
Flare
flare
pants.
pants. Yeah.
all
Oh,
that.
fashion? No, I wear whatever.
Mm.
Nah, hell.
It's a
I ain't
form
no
of expressionism
fashionable
to
nigga.
me, though. Like I feel like when I walk outside, I'm telling people how I want them to view me.
Mhm.
So like I was telling her the last time when I was on a podcast, you look good, you play good. You play good, you get paid good.
Mhm.
You get paid good, you stay good. So if your first perception of me was how I am right now, you might think I'm a rapper or something like that because of the jewelry and like the accessories and just how I carry myself. But I mean, I always want you to see me at my highest level, at my highest peak. So that's just really all it is.
Okay.
How much for the glasses?
These 7,000.
What
Nice.
nigga? What? I'm sorry. What?
Cartier.
Cartier. Yeah.
Cartier with the diamonds in it.
Oh.
How much for the
That's not
necklace? How much for the necklace?
The necklaces, Johnny Dang.
Oh,
Too much.
Oh, Johnny. Okay.
Man, you
I
gotta go
want to get him on
Johnny
the
Dang
podcast.
doing y'all dirty, man. He doing y'all dirty.
Hey, would you get a grill? Would you get a grill with him?
I would.
Oh,
I would for sure. But at the same time, my birthday was
My
February
bracelets.
26th.
I
I
stole them
planned on getting my teeth
from
done,
somebody dead.
but I had like I had a moment of self-reflection,
Mhm.
in a way where I'm like, I talk all this shit about women who get their body done. How different would I be, and how contradictory would that be of me to go and get my teeth done if I'm speaking about just being natural? So instead, I called up my elementary school teachers. I called up my principals, and I also called up all my mentors that I had back when I was in 4th grade, and I just started to self-reflect, and I'm like, I realized that I had like this like moment, what do they call it, like an epiphany almost, right?
Mhm.
I realized that in 2040, nobody's gonna remember the chain that I had, the car that I drove, the house that I had, but people always are gonna remember how you treat them. Right? So I started to realize, that you are a soul inside of a body rather than a body inside of a soul. So rather than you trying to perfect your outer body, you should more so fix what's inside of you. So with that being said, I was like, I want to give back in any type of way that I can. So that was the reason why I contacted all those, people from my past, because I realized that if it weren't for them, if it weren't for their positive affluence, I wouldn't be the person who I am today, because they were great role models in my life, especially being a young Black man, inside of a inner city community. So I wanted to kind of like donate and do a whole bunch of things. And then somebody told me, slow down. You gotta realize the same people who were teaching you before, it's not the same staff now, right? And also, in addition to that, I also had to realize that I would have made more of an impact by going to a school that was more local, even though I'm not from Houston, Texas, but they recommended that I do something out here just because the impact would be far more greater for me to go and help a young boy, a young Black or brown young boy or girl with inside my community, where so I can have an ever long lasting relationship with, as opposed to just donating for some books or some shoes. I don't know where that money's gonna go.
That's
what I'm saying. So instead, I went and I actually went to go volunteer at the schools and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't really it wasn't for a long time, just because the process, how I was doing it at first, I wasn't really necessarily on papers. I didn't know you had to go through like a whole system and get approved to actually sit down, work with, counsel, and mentor, children. So that kind of got away from me, but still, it was the thought that counted. I didn't go and get my teeth done and waste $10,000. Instead, I just really had like a moment to myself to really just self-reflect and think that, making money is a social activity. People matter, and your true value in life is based upon how well you help the next person. So that's what it was really about.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
You had posted something on your Instagram about some girl being a millionaire overnight or something like that.
Oh, let's get into that. This is the craziest story you guys are ever gonna hear. So tighten up your seatbelt. I'm gonna take you on a ride. So in 2019, I want to say, I might be misdating it, but in 2019, I had a roommate. So just for security purposes, I'll change all their names around, right? So let's just say my roommate name was, I don't know, Jake, right? So Jake was a ladies' man, right? He was a ladies' man. So I don't know what that guy had. No Diddy. But every single time he made love to a female, they'll stick. It was at a point where while he was my roommate, he had 3 active girlfriends. Wow. They all knew about each other. Now I wouldn't necessarily say they was all in a committed relationship, but it was like they all knew that Jake was like their primary lover, right? So I'm a backtrack because I got a crazy story before that,
Jake
right?
The Snake.
Huh?
Jake the Snake.
Okay, Jake the Snake. We gonna title that Jake the Snake, right? But that's my gato. So there was this girl on Instagram. She was Jamaican, right? I wanted her for the longest, but she had a boyfriend the entire time. You know how guys be. Girls never cheat, but they always know who next. So
you said what?
Girls never cheat, but they always know. We cheat at the same rate. Girls and guys cheat at the same rate. But
I don't know about that, but
it's a fact.
Women cheat more.
Yeah, actually, to be honest.
Negative.
Anyway, so
very rare.
Once she got out of her relationship, I shot my shot at the right moment. Right, I was shooting half-court shots. Right, one of them went in. So she was like, but the thing is about Philly women is that they play this nonchalant role, right? But a lot of them, they be whores. They be whores. Right, but I mean, to be honest, a lot of men, they like classy hoes. Let's be real, like we telling the truth. But
you correct. You correct.
That's what I'm saying.
What? What's that? How do you describe a classy? How are you a classy hoe?
A lady in the street,
but a freak in the bed. I don't give a fuck what you do out in the public. When you get in them sheets, I need you to be nasty. Like you ain't even me. I need you to be nasty.
I want you to.
So is that a deal breaker?
Right.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a deal breaker because you could always like
he can bring it out.
Yeah,
of it.
Everybody
exactly.
got
You get comfortable around that person.
Man.
It's not like a fresh off the rip, but yeah, exactly. So now I finally had planned a date with her, right? So, boom, mind you, the whole time we conversing, she like one word respond to me. I'm like, it's cool. I'm gonna take the bait. Again, I started out from nothing. I'm getting there, right? My entire intentions were all sexual from the get go. Sexual.
So
no, he didn't.
That was
all men pay for sex. Though. all men pay
Okay.
for sex.
That is true.
Yeah. So, you know, why it wasn't transactional, I knew whatever she was trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to show her a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a responsible trick. I was going to show her a good time for that night, and I was going to try to get the cheeks, right?
Hold on.
She looked just like
I'm
Jada
listening.
Pinkett Smith.
Oh, really?
She looked just like Jada Pinkett Smith. I got a type. Everybody be trying to lie, act like I don't got a type, but I got a type. So if you my type, if you looked at every single group, oh, I'm lying. If you look at most of the women that I've pursued, they all look the same. Dark or brown skin, petite / slim thick, pretty, intelligent, and feminine, right? Guys are pretty basic. Everything else we could work on. But that's my preference. I wouldn't say type because I don't care about the skin tone, but that's my preference. But yeah, she fit that category. So now, so she telling me like, oh, what are we doing? What's the vibes? I'm like, we're gonna go to this place called Blue Moon in Philly, right? I believe that's what it's called, Blue Moon. So she like, okay. I'm like, you want me to pick you up? No, I'm gonna drive. Okay, cool. In my head, I'm just like, fuck. Gotta work a little bit harder now because she gonna drive. So that mean that she has the
She ain't
opportunity
coming
to
with me.
Yeah.
Wow, this is what
This
really
is
goes on.
premeditated.
It's crazy.
This is premeditated.
Y'all be doing the most.
premeditated. I learned something too though.
Mm-hmm.
When women go out, they do not have no intentions of leaving and going on with a random guy. We didn't know that as men. Because when we go out, it's all what? We trying to take something home.
And I ain't know that y'all trying to take
Right.
I thought it was like obvious. It's like
No.
if you play your cards right, then you can come home with me.
You gotta make a woman feel really
No.
comfortable.
And the
Really
number
comfortable.
and the number proportion matters. It can't be 3 guys and 2 girls.
Exactly.
It has to be 3 guys, 3 girls, and y'all all gotta kind of.
No, it has to be 3 guys and 10 girls.
I ain't never worked for me, especially out here. Because how I see it is, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but if there's 3 guys and 10 of y'all seeing it as okay, one, our friend doesn't know this guy, right? He could be
Absolutely.
he's a complete stranger, right? So that's a stranger danger. So we're not gonna let if you're a really good friend, you're not gonna let your friend go home with a random guy. But
I've been in situations like
if it was 10 guys, 10 girls, everybody they're distracted. Everybody has their own person.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, and every single time I see that, I always make sure I greet the ugly friend. I treat her so well because she's gonna get the least attention. So when you greet the ugly friend, psychologically in her mind, she's gonna be a little bit cool off. Cause think about
That's why you need more women there, man.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot
So
of them women already got men.
this story gonna be so like.
Wait till he
Go ahead.
wait full circle.
Go ahead,
All right.
go ahead.
One thing about me when I'm telling stories, you just gotta, black people,
Right, you gotta follow.
You gotta follow. So catching back up. So she's acting as if she's really not interested, which I believe she wasn't. Right? She told me I just got out of something. Right? I'm not really looking for anything. This is not a date. This is an outing. She was stamping it.
Oh.
Right? So I'm like, okay, go ahead with your big self. So she pulls up. Right? She pulls up. Whoop-de-woo. So getting dressed. Yada yada yada. We go to Blue Moon. We go to Blue Moon. Boring. She is so boring. It's just like it's so boring to the point where this girl's asking the waitress like, "Y'all hiring?" I'm like,
What?
Why
Y'all
That
hiring?
is sick.
Yeah, like I'm like, you need a job. Not to say like that, but you can't wait for another time to like do this like on your own time. I'm texting my bro. I'm like, yo, bring one of your girls. Bring one of your girls to Blue Moon and kind of like ease the mood. Cause this is what I say. Whenever a pretty girl meets another pretty girl, they coochie bump.
Yeah.
They just they're just so flamboyant,
Like,
right?
Yep.
Pretty girls love pretty girls.
Yeah.
So when that happened, so he came. I'm already comfortable with him. She doesn't know. I already know these 2 people.
oh,
She doesn't know
I'm
that.
Dead.
So she's under the assumption that I just called up or a homeboy just randomly just came into the club. Yo, what's up, bro? Whoop de whoop. This is the seating arrangement because we got a booth. All this matters. All this matters inside the story. It's me and it's her right here. So many red flags. You guys are not gonna guess the plot twist to the story. Or at least I hope you're not. So like I said, keep in mind, nonchalant. She told me, don't expect nothing. I'm not fucking you. She barely gave me a hug. Right? The vibe just wasn't there. So I called in some reinforcement.
So you're still trying to accomplish the
He said,
mission.
"Listen,
Yes.
I came
Oh
here
my
for
God.
one
I am
thing.
$200 in the night.
Man, my
And I'm
man,
already not having
he focused.
fun.
My man, focused.
I'm focused.
Wow.
Focused, man.
Laser shooter. You
I
feel
like
what
the
I'm saying?
commitment,
Very
man.
interesting.
I'm committed. I'm already locked in. I'm already spent this money.
He got the red bean on it.
Exactly. So we dab each other up.
I
Whoop-de-woo.
like it, brother.
So Mia, so still me, her, and then him, his D. right? That seating arrangement matters. Once those two girls lock eyes, hey girl, how you doing? Oh my God, I like your hair. Now, who you be going to? Whoop-de-woo.
Right.
So I'm texting, I'm like, I'm in there. Because obviously that's his real shorty.
Yeah.
But he making it seem like that's just his date for the night too. And we just so happen to meet each other that night, right? It was just like, oh, damn, I know you're going to be here. I know you're going to be here too. Like, that's crazy, right? Sit down. By the end of the night, so I go to the bathroom. Well, we both walk away, go to the bathroom. Whoop-de-woo. When we came back, we was originally supposed to be sitting in the same seating arrangement. She's like, oh no, I want to sit next to her. I ain't tripping. We can arrange that. So they sit next to each other. So I'm just, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this shit is going exactly as I drew it up on the playboard. Like, it's no room for failure. It cannot fail. But I'm $400 in. But we ain't gonna talk about that. I'm $400 in, right? So a girl I'm not really interested into. It's just all, and I'm not where I need to be in life either. So it wasn't like it's now. It's like this $400 is hurting me a little bit because it's like I'm not really supposed to be spending this money. Or I'm not broke, but it's like again I'm responsible with my money type shit. But it's like okay, maybe she should have told me her price. It would have been direct. I probably would have paid the same thing.
Right.
But we having a good time. This is mutual fulfillment, right? So it's like the club closed at like 2. She got work the next morning. So it's like 1:48. So she's like, So after they all done drunk all the liquor.
Wow.
All of my tab, she got the nerve to say out of her goddamn mouth, all right, y'all, I think I'm about to go home now.
What's wrong with that?
Go home? Oh, who tab? You gotta pay your pussy bill.
She told you up front it was just an outing.
Yeah, but niggas ain't thinking about that. We ain't trying to.
She was up front.
She was up front. And I was backdooring. That's just that.
Time to go Dutch.
Hold on, the story ain't over.
So her coochie's worth $400.
Less than that. I can't ruin it. Let me cook. So my reinforcement funny thing, I left something out, right? While we sitting at the table, I'm making little jokes. But again, seriousness in every joke. I'm like, you keep hitting. I'm telling my guy's friend, you keep hitting on her. Like, what, you like her or something? I already knew. She really like girls for real.
Oh, for real?
She really like girls for real. But now I make a joke to my date. I'm like, she like girls, so if she come off a little bit too strong, I'm sorry. Like, she's like, oh no, I don't do that. I don't like girls. That's not me. Like, whoop-de-whoop. Like, she cool. Like, yeah, like. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she about to go home. So the girl like, girl, nah. She got some Casamigos in his trunk. We could go play some games at his loft. And I had a beautiful loft, right? We was playing that two bedroom loft. So she was like, oh, I really can't. I got work tomorrow. She's like, bitch. And then she was like, bitch. I was like, you gonna leave me here by myself? I don't know these guys. So she's like, all right, girl, I guess I'll just have a couple more drinks with y'all. And because she was it wasn't like it was a corporate job or anything. She worked at her family's restaurant. So she could be she's disposable, basically. So boom, I'm like, all right, the night ain't over yet. I'm a little tipsy, provided the vibes, cool with that, everything going straight. Red flag number 1 was, if you guys are following me, she decided to sit next to the girl the first time. Red flag number 2 was, again, every single time I suggested something, it was an issue. But when that girl suggested something, she's like, okay, get manipulated.
Sound like
right?
With the girl.
Mind you, the girl is on my friend's girl is on my side. She doesn't know that.
Right.
We're all playing offense.
Right.
We're all playing offense. She doesn't get that.
She on defense.
We get to the crib. So I intentionally had these games that were essentially like they were inserted there for a reason. I'm talking about, you ever went to like one of those game nights and I was like, is everything freaky? Like, it's intent. It's intent.
Right.
I didn't buy these game cards for nothing. I wrote on them. I wrote on them.
He wrote
so
on them.
This is you feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I done did this play 17 times, 1,700 times.
That is sick.
This play doesn't fail, right? Drunk Uno, drunk Jenga.
Right.
You're not gonna stop drinking.
Right.
Hey.
It's like
Hey, y'all young.
This college shit. This is college shit.
This
is college shit. I didn't even go to college. I got it from the college niggas. This is what they was doing.
I don't hang when niggas go to college.
This is the number 1 line I use to this day, and I learned from somebody in college. The girl came over. He said, ain't no outside clothes in my bed. I said, damn, that's strong. That's a good line. You right. Because guys don't give a fuck about that. But when you put it like that, she think like, he right.
Yeah, that's
I gotta take something
That's
off.
true.
I'm gonna give you an oversized t-shirt. Cool.
See why they say? I understand why y'all gotta do what y'all do, man.
Hold on. So we playing the game again. I got my Drewski face on. Like, like, we about to see. Yeah, I'm like shit. I'm running the full court press. I'm point guard. Come on, like what's supposed to happen, right? So I get a block from the Jenga, right? I get a block from the Jenga, and that shit was like, choose a kissing partner. Who think I choose? Choose her.
Of course.
You just give me a peck.
No.
Like a peck? Fucking like a chicken? A peck? So I'm like, all right, we ain't tripping. It's, it's 10 minutes into the game. 10 minutes into the game. Even though I know we all really drunk as fuck.
Right.
So, you're supposed to blame it on the alcohol. That's what I thought was going to happen. The girl gets the girl as in my friend's date gets the same block. She decides to kiss the other girl.
Of course.
They full blown making out in front of my face.
Of course.
But, with me, my spidey senses is tingling. I'm like, whoa. I'm texting my bro like, foursome, this about to be an orgy, something. Nah. I'm like, this shit is going down. So while they doing that,
this is crazy.
So I'm like, okay, bet. Long story short, as the game goes on, she is deflecting anything my way that's sexual. Anything that's my way. She's drinking. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, am I ugly? Do my breath stink? I'm like, Patrick, like, what's going on? Like,
that is crazy.
She done told me she don't like girls, so why is she? Shorty don't look better than me. Like, what's going on? So at this point, it's probably like 3:00. It's like 3:00. She like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm fucked up. Like I need to leave. At this point, all my horny radars go down. Now I'm just like, I would hate for this girl to go home and drive.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't gotta sleep with me. You can stay on my couch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's cool. Like I just met you. I'm not really on that. I don't want to like sleep on your couch. Like I appreciate it. You're a gentleman. Like good guys always finish last. My roommate and his date, they go to the room to go fuck. Right. So I'm hoping that she peeped the scene. Like you people they on. Like I'm trying to. You feel me? Like she walks to the bathroom. The bathroom is intentionally that way. Before she leaves, she peeks. Y'all know they fucking. Why are you going in there? She goes in there. Bye, girl. So, bitch, his date like, yo, what you doing? Like, close the door. Like, we try and get it on, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna walk her down type shit. I'm gonna try it. I ain't trying to beg her to stay here. It's like at this point, I'm just trying to look out for you because I'll hate for you something to happen to you that's catastrophic, and I'm the blamed for it. Cause me trying to be horny, it's like I'll just take the L. You feel me? Walk her to the car. Give her a good night kiss. She's like, you know what? I actually like you. Like, you're a gentleman. You're smooth. I had a really good time. I hope we see each other another time. So on and so forth. My roommate and his date, for some reason, they wasn't satisfied, continuously having sex in the same spot. So she like, by the way, she was the breadwinner at the time. She like, let's go fuck on my balcony on the 40th floor. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, y'all have a good night, man. I appreciate it. Not remembering, hold on, I just supplied the whole night with the vibes. They got lit off my tab. Bro still ain't said his half yet. But, we roommates. We gonna talk about that sometime. No need to bring it up in front of the females, right? So I go to sleep. I mean, not go to sleep. I lay down and I'm like, damn. You know what? Maybe I was thinking with the wrong head. She's a good female. She's wholesome. Maybe I should really take her serious. Everything's going, it was a good night. Girls kissing girls. I'm into that, man. Like crazy. Like. So I'm like, yeah, man, I really got me a good one. I'm really like trying to fuck with her type shit. And Lord behold, he texts me, my roommate, because remember they going back to him and his date, going back to her spot. To do the nasty. So he texts. So 10 minutes afterwards, right? 10 minutes afterwards, he sends me a Instagram little pop-up video, with the little snap thingy, right?
What it is.
And it's them two. They going up the steps. And his caption was, 3 me or free me. I'm like, man, I'm like, what's going on? I'm texting. He like, we've seen her at the light And my girl's like, girl, you sure you don't want to just stay at my place? I know he a guy, so, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or anything like that. You can just sleep on my couch. I got a really good, big spot, big couch, so on and so forth. She's like, you sure, girl? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, bro, she's just a female. She's comfortable with the other girl. Like, what are you talking about? She's not giving you shit? Look, bro, read the sign. Like, it's cool. I'm fine with that. I almost shed a tear with this one. I woke up that next morning. My roommate comes in that room with panties in his back pocket.
Both down.
In his back pocket. I'm like, why you got her panties? Like, why you sure you're not wearing no panties with the jeans? She's like, no, that's not hers. I'm like, who panties are those? I'm like, the girl from last night. I'm like, go get her back her panties back. Why would you go keep that girl's panties? I'm like, what went on? And then she looked at him and he looked at her and then he was like,
whoa.
I'm like, what type of kinky shit y'all into? The whole time I'm just being cheap. I'm thinking, whoa, y'all really, I know they ain't get down on my money. What's going on? So I'm like, please elaborate. What's going on? It's 7:00 in the morning and you at my door with some panties that didn't come from right. Yeah. So he tells me, he like, yeah, so what ended up happening was she came back to the spot. Me and my shorty was sitting on the couch. She was on the other side of the couch. Nothing went on. Me and my shorty, was trying to just keep her company before we had to do what we had to do type shit. So they ended up going into the room, whoop-de-woo. The girl comes in like, can I sleep with y'all? Like, this couch isn't comfortable. Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay.
No, so, that mean. So
I'm just like, I'm under the cover like, tell me more. Like, why she do that? Why she do that? So he like, I'm whispering to my girl, like, we've been waiting for something like this. You gotta start it off because you're a girl. And she's like, no, you gotta start it off, you're a man. So it's a big ass California king size bed. Mm-hmm. The other girls just turn her back to the side. There's music playing, but they trying to like I think they literally been telling me like they've been trying to have a threesome, right? But it was just like they never know how to set it up. He didn't want to be rude and she didn't want to be too impulsive or like too like over demanding about it. So he like, man, fuck it. This nigga told me, he said, bro, chubby nigga, he said, bro, I put my hands in her pants and that shit was wetter than the fucking ocean.
Whoa.
I said, excuse me? I had to sit up for that. I'm like, what you mean? He said, bro, I laid both of them out on the bed and I started eating them like a buffet. I said, you did what?
Oh my God.
You did what? You started eating both of them out? He said, yeah. He said, I started fucking her, and then my girl started fucking her, and then we just ran a train on her. I said, I'm flabbergasted. I said, I don't know if I should be more appalled that you guys really got lit off of my $1. You didn't send me nothing yet. Or that bitch really just played in my face like she was innocent and wholesome. Wow. I said, you got the damn... So, me, again, you gotta realize, this is like, I'm trying to be like, play like even cute, like, that was funny, like, that's crazy, yeah, bro, dab you up, that was thorough. No, I was not feeling the sense of thoroughness that was going on. I don't know if I was more mad that if he would have split the bill and then was like, all right, it's just more so like I really just funded y'all freak off. I didn't get shit that night.
He said the
freak off. No, he never sent the bread.
No,
you got something that night.
She that was her intention the whole time.
Easier. Well, not really, but this is the
where does Jake come in?
She wanted that.
No, that was Jake.
That was
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake was the roommate.
Got it.
Jake the Snake is the roommate.
And where does the millionaire overnight come in?
We get into that. This is the prelude.
Okay.
It's a prelude.
Yeah, this was 6 months prior, but I had to let this off my chest because I never told nobody publicly.
Oh my gosh.
Batman couldn't get that information out of me. So I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, I can't go outside. Like, I gotta respond to this. Like, I feel like I'm a rapper. Like, somebody just dissed me. Like, no, I ain't gonna let this happen. Like, it's gonna ruin my street cred. Then she might be out there telling niggas, yeah. And I'm like, see, that makes sense. Why would she go tell niggas she got trained by 2 people? Come on. And I'm like, it's definitely a train because the girl, my date wasn't eating her out. She was doing and then after all that, he said, we sent her home with a wet ass. These are her panties. She went home with jeans and no panties at 5 a.m. in the morning. I said, that's just goddamn wrong. Why y'all do that? So I text her. I'm on my phone. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm like, my emotions are battling. I'm battling my emotions right now. I'm like, you dick sucking bitch. I'm like, nah, I can't say that. Fuck, I'm gonna look weird. Like, Cause while they were telling me the story, I forgot to mention, she texted me like, "Don't be mad at me." So that's what makes the story 10 times funnier. Cause before I knew the story, she texted me. But remember, I'm just waking up and I look at my text message and she like, "Oh my God, don't be mad at me." So I'm like, "Wow, what happened?" She tells a completely different side of the story. She like, "Yeah, I got drunk and they kind of took advantage of me." I'm like, "Nobody took advantage of you." She's like, "Girl, we got this shit on camera. Like, ain't nobody took advantage of you. Like, you let us record this from your phone. You sent us the video." I'm like, "Oh shit, God damn."
Wow.
So now I'm like, all right, this is so funny and it's so childish. I'm like, so after they told me what happened, I'm like, you really suck my friend dick? Just, I didn't know what to text. Because I want her to feel my hurt. I'm like, I done paid for the night. I done thought highly of you. I thought highly of you. You disappointed me. I'm very let down.
I'm very let down.
So she like, how can I make this up to you? I said, you gotta bring a friend. I gotta fuck your friend. I feel that's the only way we can make this even.
Oh.
She like, I'm down with it. She done bullshitted me for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
She done bring a white girl.
What's wrong with a white girl?
You said you didn't care about the shade.
You
said you didn't care.
Oh, no, I do only black and African.
Oh, okay.
Only yeah.
Dark shade.
Gotta be black or African.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is she mix?
I gotta get into the story. We're gonna talk about that on the next segue. We gotta break it down into the clips. So, the white girl's with it, but now she not nowhere to be found. We done reconvened 2 weeks afterwards at the same girl's house. My roommate's girl, same balcony. She like, I feel bad. See, y'all can have your little freak off at my place. Like, she was thorough. He still ain't sent me the money to this day.
Are y'all still friends?
$225.
You ain't getting that money, dog.
He was my roommate. What the fuck I'm gonna do? My room right here, his room right there. There's only so much we can be mad at each other about. It's like, shit. You gotta take that L. So I put up a post on Instagram. Some people were saying like he ain't really owe you nothing because like it wasn't his fault. Because I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, if the shoes on her foot, I would have paid him either. I would have just like, bro, that's like she chose my shorty, and you know I'm the add-on. It's like,
yeah, he brought.
You felt left out.
I felt left out.
He made her feel comfortable, man. That's what it was.
You think so, right? It's like
always that. When a woman comfortable, they do a lot.
She was interested in the woman.
She was way more interested in
She was interested in
the
like
I said, he was the add-on. Like,
yes.
Well, you ain't gonna fuck me and not fuck my nigga.
Absolutely.
So that was that. So now going into the millionaire girl story. So I said all that to say that was just like a funny spinoff. But even I don't know if it's crazy. You have to tell me what story I think is better, but my life is literally a movie. Every single thing that happens in my life, I just be thinking like, I need to look like I'm on like The Office, like the camera roll, like what the fuck is going on? So like I said, he's conniving, he's manipulative, he's very appealing, he's amicable, right? He's all those things in one. He's intelligent. When you're all those things in one, and then you pause, you can fuck these girls the way you fucking them. You a bad motherfucker. So
true.
Yeah. So this story, there's this girl from my old place a year back ago that he was fucking. She came back into his life, right? She has a daughter. I think she was probably 21 at the time, and her daughter probably was like 3, something like that. He still had the whole that would have been the third girlfriend ish in a way, right? So he dealing with all 3 of them. Keeping it 100 with all 3 of them, spending money on all 3 of them. It's crazy. So our lease is about to be up. I'm like, yeah, I ain't feeling the whole Philly thing. This crib got so many bad memories. Like, it's been a lot. I feel like we should, take our talents to Atlanta. That's what everybody does when they want us to get a fresh start, right? Atlanta. This is before we even knew about Houston, right? Hidden gem. So that was that. So now the girl, we're going to say the girl name is Jill. So we got Jake and we got Jill. Let's just say the girl name is Jill, right? Jill, sadly enough, she didn't have like a strong, she didn't have a strong parental guidance, right? I think mom was on drugs. Dad passed away, just, from family house to family house. Homeless a few times. She was even homeless at that time, right? This is like the traumatic part of the story. So she comes over. And he gives her like a place to stay. Technically, she was sleeping in her car with her daughter.
Oh wow! Right.
So again, he's a really nice person, and I wasn't gonna tell her no, she can't stay there. We got a month and a half left on our lease, so I'm like, yeah, you could take the couch or you can take his room whenever he's at his other girl's house. He ain't gonna tell her that though. But yeah, that's just what it is. But again, you know, she couldn't really be choosy. Like this sort of, you know, be with a lying ass nigga with a shelter for your daughter, or, you know, come on, pick and choose. Life is about choices and trade-offs, right? So, Lord behold, while she's on our couch, we're building a little relationship, right? I gotta see this girl every time I wake up, right? I'm playing games with her daughter, like we vibing. So she's telling me that she's expecting like some money. I'm brushing it off. I'm like, this girl just chatting, you know, something probably wrong with her psychologically, you know, but I'm entertaining it, right? So she's sleeping on the couch / inside of his room whenever he's not there, right? So one random day, randomly, this girl gets a check for about $1.5 million.
Oh, bye. What?
$1.5 million.
In the mail? Was it deposited in her bank account?
I don't know if it was a check, but I'm saying like she gets about $1.5 million out of a $5 million settlement.
Wow.
Now, how she got the money, and again, since I'm not saying her name, she had got sexually abused at a mental health hospital by a doctor.
Oh my
She
God.
sued them.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. So it's like I'm sure, like, you know, she would, if she could go back and like, you know, wish that wouldn't happen, but at the same time, everything happens for a reason. So while all this is going on, it's so fucked up. But he like, yo, I'm running out of money. I'm like that's about to be my girl. Like, I'm about to cut all these other girls off, and we going, like, I'm running low on funds too. But I'm like, bro, me and you supposed to move down lane and figure this shit out.
Right.
So men are gold diggers too.
So he like, yo, like, this our opportunity. I'm like, I'm like, bro, I ain't that low on funds. I can go back to my mom crib, anything. Like, I ain't trying to use old girl. Like, she got like, come on. Not to mention that she literally suffers from bipolarism. Like, she's bipolar. So clinically, that's why she was like, she's literally bipolar. Like, yeah. So her mood would switch all the time.
Like Kanye?
Yeah, even worse probably. Like, she's a female. So now, while that's all happening, she's like, oh, you know, thank you guys for basically like helping me out and letting me sleep on your couch, and you know, just giving me like me and my daughter a place to stay. See, you've been nothing but a gentleman, kind, you know, sweethearted. I appreciate y'all. So as a token of my appreciation, you know, if it's not too much to ask, like, I don't got no family out here. Like, I want to come with y'all. Like, maybe we could start some businesses and do X, Y, and Z, so on and so forth. And I'm just like, yeah, how don't you put it like that? Maybe we could talk about a little bit of sign, because I want to start these Airbnb projects, right? So now she was like, okay, just in return, I know that you're really good with your money. I just want you to help me balance my finances, because I never had no real financial guidance or anything like that. So you look like you got, you know, enough guidance between us three, and I don't trust nobody else. So we just gonna do that. Luckily, the way how the lump sum of money was structured, the judge gave it to her in settlements, meaning
so increments.
Because they probably knew she was going to.
She wasn't responsible.
Yeah, I think it was $3 million actually, but still $5 million, $3 million.
Yeah.
She's a multi-millionaire.
Right.
Overnight. Right. Off of her trauma, of course. But needless to say, so I'm like, all right, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe God wants me to take this opportunity and help somebody out, and while still being able to kind of like build whatever type of financial foundation that I'm looking to essentially like you know, partake in. So that was that. She just wanted to be an influencer. She like, that's what I want to invest into myself. Right? She didn't know anything else. She was like, I want to invest into myself. I want to get my body done. I want to get my teeth done. I want to get my lips done. I want to start YouTube.
So she was trying to do all of that?
I want to know her name now.
Wow.
Off camera.
This story gets crazy.
Oh my
crazier.
goodness.
Y'all think Risa Tisha had a story? This is a story to be told. So I'm like, all right, bet we can help you with that. Whoop-de-woo. You know, starting our own little family. We go out there. Like, I'm cool.
Man, I wish I'd have known her.
I'm cool with that. Bro got to make up so many different lies as to like what's going on with his other girls, because it's like you just get up and leaving and going to Atlanta. He's like, yeah, like I got a job out there.
Wow.
I got an opportunity. I gotta go. Like, he has a daughter too though, so it kind of like worked for them. So now. The thing was, here's the fucked up part. Like I said, she's a young black woman conflicted with her emotions, dealing with bipolarism, and is deeply in love based off of sexual constraints. So she had an iPad. No, I had an iPad at the time. She didn't have like a real reliable mobile device. Hey, C, can I use your iPad for us to look at penthouses in Atlanta for us to all stay in? Absolutely. Cool. Be my guest. You want me to change my password for you too? do all that. Not realizing this girl is going same iCloud.
Right.
She's going through me and Jake's messages and seeing everything that's being taking place. So she like, oh, this whole time y'all was using me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sis, no, what? He was using you and I was just the accomplice.
So that means y'all both using
No,
I'm just tagging along. That's my guy. Like we've been through some shit together. Like you down, I'm down, but I'm doing it for a good cause. Whatever you're doing it for, that's you. You know, whatever. I know you gotta go hard too, and you gotta make it work, right? You know, a lot of women do it to us. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when he did it. Come on,
absolutely.
So right, and it's not like she had 100,000. Come on, 1.5 million. She got 500,000 right to her account though, direct deposit.
That's crazy.
Boom, you're rich. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So after all that, I'm explaining to myself. I'm like, yeah, it's not what it seems. She's more dumbfounded at the fact that he had 2 other girls that he was dealing with, and he wasn't being honest about it, right? So it was a conversation that obviously need to be had. More lies on top of good sex, more lies on top of good sex. Everything is resolved. Second time around, I still don't change my password. She does the same thing again. She like, oh, so he's still double digging, triple digging, triple, right? While dealing with me. We got to move like in the next 2 weeks. I'm like, this is a lot going on right here. She bleaches all his clothes. All his clothes. I'm like, don't put your hands on her.
Not
like,
your clothes?
Not my clothes.
His clothes. You was setting them up, man. No.
The story gets I'm trying to tell you, this is an uphill battle.
Get worse.
So, but I guess she's bipolar. So 1 minute she's like this, she's mad at him, and he's the worst person in the world. And when they argue, it got bad. I'm talking about your baby ugly, fuck your baby. I'm like, whoa, like the shit that they would say to each other. I would have a front row seat to it. I'm mitigating the situation every single time. So that was like kind of like my role in the whole relationship too as well. It was like, all right, I gotta make sure that he's stable enough to, because he's from the streets too. Like, I don't want you putting your hands on her or do anything like that. You got a daughter too. So it's like I'm just trying to make sure at the end of the day, like he just removes himself from any toxic situation, whereas those things can escalate and she ends up calling the police on him or something like that. I'm witnessing it, right? So again, she bleaches all his clothes. Then after they reconvene again, sex on top of lies, straight to the mall, 10,000 in the mall. I'm married. I mean, I got a whole new wardrobe. He coming in shit I ain't never seen him pull off before.
Wow.
The fuck you get those? Some shit I couldn't even pronounce. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I'm like, shit, fucking, I ain't mad at it. This is the second time it happened. This may not be a forever thing. I'm ride with it at the end of the day. Again, I'm not trying to go back to my mom. My pride as a Pisces and my ego is so high. I'd rather deal with their bullshit than go back and for my mom to say, I told you so. Like, that fast money you was chasing, it ain't worth it. I'm like, nah, I'm going to ride this train until I can't ride no more. So we load all of our stuff up and we drive to Atlanta in my C300. It's 4 people. 4 people. A C300.
I had a C300.
You know how small that is. That's a personal car. Just you, maybe somebody else's. Might as well have been a 2-seater.
Yeah.
Right? So all our stuff. I want y'all to peep that. All of our stuff.
Wow.
Prior to that though, because I do gotta give her recognition. The day before we were supposed to move, they towed my car. I owe PPA. PPA is the Philadelphia Parking Authority. $3,000. I think it was like $3,000.
Oh my God.
She paid it all off.
Oh my God.
About right.
That was thorough.
Yeah.
That was so sweet.
There, right? I mean, yeah. So that was thorough. So got the car out. Boom. We on the road. They just can't stop arguing about God knows what. Every couple of minutes they arguing. He macking on the side. She just so deeply in love with somebody she just caught a connection with. And, again, it's the first person that brought her in. Like, we making her feel like she's a family, right? Can't forget this. I doze off for like a quick second behind the wheel. We nearly didn't even make it. Like, a truck. I'm like, yo. We pulled over on the side of the road. We prayed, cried together. And it was like, this was meant to be, guys. Like, the fact that we still here, this is like, it's crazy. It's tremendous. So I feel like we had purpose being here. So here's where the story takes a complete plot twist. So we get there. He's a felon. She doesn't have a birth certificate or a social card because she doesn't have no connection with her family. And all of our credit is shot, right? All we got is cash. But again, her account is being investigated because a lump sum, a bad amount, even though they see where it's coming from, she done burnt like 15 banks.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Trying to get a loan or just trying to get like secure funding or all that stuff was out the window. We Airbnb-ing it for like 2 months out there. Every week he getting kicked out and she flying him back to Philly after she catch him cheating. Every week. No exaggeration.
Oh my God.
The crazy part is though, all our shit is in like a little bag. Imagine all your clothes and sneakers in the bag. Every time she kick him out, I just be thinking like, you kicking me out too, or I was just like playing out. She's never kicking me out, but then it's like I have a loyal obligation to him. That's my friend, not her. Yeah. He's looking at me like, bro, why are you still staying there while she be kicking me out? I'm like, bro, where am I supposed to go? I'm in Atlanta. I don't got no friends out here. It's like, you want me fly back with you every single time? Like, to go where? You gotta, like, I'm like, I get what you're saying, bro, but it's like, I mean, my hands are kind of tied. And now she's building a relationship with me too. I'm like, I feel so wrong. So I'm like, damn, like, what would you do in a situation like that? It's like your loyalty belongs with him, but at the same time, it's like your house. You don't play with somebody's house, and it's like I don't got a place to stay. Like, bro, I'm homeless.
We both can't be on the street.
We both can't be on the street. Somebody got to make this work. Like I said, she'll do the same thing every single time. Go through his phone, go through his social media, go through X, Y, and Z, and figure out that he's dealing with somebody else, or he's still contacting the same girls that he was already talking to. And it's like, at this point, are you not getting the gist too, young lady? Like, come on, like, this shit it's right in your face. But she was blinded by love and sex. So that was that. We don't probably spend $10,000 a month, or we as her, don't probably spend $10,000 a month on just Airbnbs. All right. Every single time he would kick her, she would kick him out, cutting up the Amiri jeans. If you don't know what that, $1,500 pair of jeans.
Yeah, y'all tripping, man.
Cut them up, fly them back out, take them back shopping. Just like, bro.
She was just,
I'm assuming she's probably broke. So
she gotta be broke.
She ain't broke.
I'm gonna tell the story.
Okay, let her finish because I'm.
We all win. Let her finish, man.
So, like I said, at some point, I ain't gonna lie, he cut all of them off. He like, you know what? I'm tired of like just getting kicked out and flying back home. Like, let's just start a family. Like, I got a daughter, you got a daughter. Let's just make this shit work. Like,
hold up, man. He married Shawty?
No, let me finish.
Not yet.
They blended family.
So Lord behold, he finally cut her off. I mean, cut them other girls off that he was dealing with back home in Philly. Because whenever he'll go back, that's what he'll be on. Like, bro, living a double life, right? But these girls, when they looking at his page, they see him in the Mary and he taking trips. They don't know the whole time he's getting funded by a whole nother female. So they like, damn, like my man up. Like my whole son. Now he taking the money from her and giving it to them. It's a lot going on right now. In the meantime, I always had an exit strategy. I'm like, all right, at this point, I can't depend on her too much. And when I say depend, I was never getting money. It was just like for housing and all that.
Right.
I'm gonna go back to school. This scamming shit ain't for me. I'm gonna go back to school. So luckily, my sister is well off and her fiance is well off. They invested like $7,000 for me to go to school for tech, right? Off the jump. They're like, we got you. So I'm studying. I ain't never telling what my plans were though. It's just like in the back end, like I'm in school, like I'm on them computers, I'm learning shit. It felt good. Month one, she like, you know what? I need to get a car. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Can't keep riding my C300. We need something bigger, right? Cool. You got like 480 left, something like that.
You close for real.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Like 407,000 left.
Yeah, go get that Escalade.
Let's go. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. She said, "What? Nah, I don't want a G-Wagon."
Okay. G-Wagon.
God, no, that's like half the money right
she
there.
Said.
I said, hold on there. You know how much a G-Wagon costs? She says it's only like $250.
Only?
I said, now, as your financial advisor,
thank you.
Right, there you
I have
go.
to let you know that. That's not really a smart decision, but it's your money. Yeah. But it's not really a smart decision. So it gets to the point where she's saying, like, why are you trying to control what I'm doing with my money? It's my money. I'm like, all right, I tried. I tried.
Hey, at least you tried, brother.
I tried.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's only so much I could do. It's not my money. I can just advise you and tell you what I would do with the money. I'm like, why don't you like make a couple calls to these banks and like try to speak to like a financial advisor and put your money into like something that's gonna bring you back a higher return.
Yeah, bring you some money.
Yeah, something like, because I know I can only do so much. I only know how to save money. I don't know how to invest money.
Yeah.
I just know how to save money and keep it right. So she really want this G-Wagon. So the G-Wagon, it ain't no old, man, you in 2021 I think. So she wanted the 2021 new body style,
it would have been a Brabus if she cheated. Like, because again, she's trying to keep up with the Joneses. I got all this money now. I can't
50.
I can't look like I fell off.
because she already went from wearing JCPenney to Gucci, Louis, Chanel. Like she's in the stores every day. I'm talking about she got a personal assistant in the store.
That's crazy.
All cash.
What is she buying her daughter? She buying her daughter the same or no?
Oh, she cashing up out. Every time we in the mall, I'm just there like,
Man,
I can't have my hand out though. It ain't my money.
She was
It's like,
funny.
I ain't about to use her for her money. It's like I got pride. I'm like, it's not my situation. But at the same time, people was telling me like, nah, she should have gave you something too. Like, why wasn't she same way if she was gonna spend 10 on him, she should got you something.
Yeah, at least give you
15.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like
I'm
50 what?
Yeah.
something. I'm like, you was sleeping at my crib. Technically, the shit was in my name. It was my lease. He he couldn't get the crib. It's my
Yeah,
name.
give me a belt or something. Yeah.
Something down.
Gucci
But
belt.
it's cool though. Again, I'm thinking the long term. She's gonna invest into my businesses, right?
Yeah.
Get them Airbnbs. Man, we ain't get none of them Airbnbs. Money was just going and going and going. So we get to the dealership. They're like, yeah, you got a 400 credit score. The car you want is 250,000.
Oh,
You don't have no comparable auto loan
a
history.
G-Wagon.
You got to put down like 150 for you. She said, all right, I'll do that. I'm like, no, you're not. That I can't let happen. Call me what you want, but I can't let you do that. They get whoever the salesperson was that got that deal, 150,000 cash.
Hold on, she paid it.
No,
No,
I stopped her.
He didn't let her.
All right,
She settled for a GLE 63. Settled.
Oh.
100,000. She put down 40,000.
Okay, that's a
A
little.
little better.
Ooh, 150. Ooh.
Man, she would have did it. So we riding our little GLE now, a little bigger car. Now we trying to look for a house. Again, everybody got some type of issue with their information, right? Finally find a somebody who will allow us to rent out their property because we couldn't buy it, obviously. But they said, yeah, considering your situation, I need a whole year's worth of rent. She paid it. That was like another 20,000. So we going down. Then we went to she got everybody a watch.
Bro, y'all at 280 right now.
Calculate, yeah.
Yeah, y'all at 280 about.
BMF, we blown it fast.
Yeah, real fast.
Real fast. It's cool. At this point, she done already kicked me off as a financial advisor, and she done shut me up with a little watch. So the nigga from the
watch was it?
From the street, it was a Rolex.
Oh, okay. Well, that shut me up.
I shut my little dumb ass up.
You still got it?
It's cool. Nah. The story gets. We in the middle of the story. We're in the middle of the story. So she paid a crib off for a year. She's like, I don't really have no decor taste. I'm gonna just pay somebody to design like my entire house.
Wow.
I know somebody, my friend could do it for like 500. Nah, I see this girl on Instagram. She said 3,000. I'll just give it to her. She knows what she's doing. Okay, cool.
Damn.
Whatever. 4-bedroom house. There's only 3 of us. They in 2 rooms. It's a townhouse, 2-story, and we in the suburbs. I feel like I'm living life. I'm like, maybe moving out here wasn't so bad after all.
I bet it was.
The girl that decorated the entire house, she said, I don't like it. Take everything back. Do it over. Yeah, crickets. Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we transition from us helping her to now she's looking at us as her peasants. I'm talking about like, we'll be like, she's like, I bought this car so y'all could drive me around. I'm not driving. I'm important. I'm like, all right, important? What's going on? Like, she's literally bossing us around. It was like a damn.
So you like a chauffeur?
Yeah, he was always driving. I'm babysitting. You always drive. Babysit. The girl though, she done went to get lipo. She done got her titties done. She done got her ass did.
Got a BBL.
She done got her lips did.
What's her
All that. She went. Yeah.
I'm gonna type this in.
I'm cracking up. So she got all that did. At this point, I'm like, yeah, you a new person. Like, you ain't too bad after all. You ain't that bad.
She on Instagram?
Yeah, but she not gonna post. She thought I post her. So
She's not a poster, but she on it.
she on there, yeah. But she done got her page taken down so many damn times.
But it's
Can't
still up to
with
date.
it. Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
After we finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Right now.
she done redecorated the whole place. She done kicked him out again for the 15th time.
Oh,
Sent him
my
back
God.
home. He done came back. Now it's getting a little bit more steep though. That's the only thing. They took a trip to Miami. This time it's a plot twist. They take a trip to Miami. He goes through her phone and realizes she was talking to rappers.
What?
Ooh.
She was talking. She was making it seem like she was just 100% faithful to this guy, and she ain't. Well, as far as we know, she ain't do nothing. But she was flirting with other niggas too, like saying, "I'm gonna fly you out." I'm like, sis, that's what the niggas was.
Exactly.
You don't got the money. You done
acted a fool.
Yep.
So he like keeping it pedo. You feel what I'm saying? But now she think it's a tick for tack. She going through my phone. She done threw a rock at my head in Miami. Left me in the mall with a wife beater on.
Oh
no
my
flight back
God.
home. He telling me this, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Like he like, yeah, bro, I'm done with that bitch. Like, bro, I got a knot on my head, bro. He said she threw a rock at my head. I'm in the mall. He said, bro, I'm in Miami Mall right now with a wife beater and one shoe on. I'm calling her. I'm like, Jill, where, what's going on?
What's going on?
She like, yeah, I'm catching a flight back. I think I'm just getting my own house. Y'all can have that house. I'm just paying the rent on it.
For real? Damn. Yeah, she
Come on
bipolar
here.
for real.
I'm not even calculating money at this point. So, here's where the final straw kicks in, right? If I remember the story correctly. So she sent something back to Philly for what we thought was the last time. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to start taking my YouTube a little bit more serious because spending all this money, I'm not making, she's not, mind you, it would have been different if she was spending the money and she had money coming in.
Right, but she wasn't.
She was 21. She wasn't getting that other million until she was 27. That's a long time if you live in that type of lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? And not to be disrespectful, but her daughter had the worst personality. Like, mind you, she's a kid trying to raise a kid. Her daughter would kick me, spit on me, fight me, and it's just like, bro, like my mental state. I'm like, bro, I need to be here, but at the same time, it's like I can't do it.
Can't take it no more.
And she the type. My daughter ain't never do nothing wrong. I'm just like, I'm telling you, she's like spitting on me, cursing at me. She's rude. She's like, nah, she a kid. She'll do any better. I'm like, where do you think she get this shit from? She's like, I don't know, probably her father. I'm like, really? I'm like, come on now. Whole time as I'm getting to know her, she put the nigga behind jail. Not my friend, but I'm saying that her baby dad.
Her baby dad. I'm like, wait, what?
Whole time thinking my friend is the problem. She's the problem.
Wow.
Like she's like yeah, like she's like that. So I'm like, wow, like this is crazy. So she sent him home. He called me like he on a jail call. You do that thing for me? I'm like, what you talking about, bro? He like, I got my I want you to go inside her room, go in her drawer, go in the closet, go through her stuff, and I want you to don't look inside. There's a box. I want you to ship the box to me. Very specific.
Sound like a dummy mission.
Right.
Backstory. Inside the box was like 5,000 to 10,000. Mind you, he just told me to cash out him 1,500 because he in Philly and he needed a gun for whatever reason. So I'm like, my man, I'm gonna give it back to you. I go watch his story. They over there, like, I'm like, bro, you just told me you needed the money. What? You over there with your, and then y'all in the old crib that we just moved out of, and you giving these niggas my clothes. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? You told me you was in danger. Y'all over here making music videos and TikToks with the Glock. Y'all Glock models. So I'm blacking on him. Not to mention, like I said, after she found out I did that, she like, you stole from me. I'm like, I'm not just following instructions. Like he told me to go inside and get that box because his social and all his stuff was in there. So I took it to be important. Like he needed to move around. Like he needed social, birth certificate, and you had it. I didn't know like what was in the box. That's my friend. She like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Now at this point, like she looking at me sour, and I'm like, it's fucking up my living situation because I thought it was cool, right? So it's like, and he like, bro, fuck that bitch. Like, bro, we gonna work it out. Just save our money back up. We gonna come back out here next 6 months. I'm like, bro, I don't got 6 months. I don't got 6 months in me. Where the fuck I'm gonna go? This shit's annoying, honestly. I done got kicked out 17 times in the last 2 months. How you think this shit make me feel? I don't have no stability. I'm a man. I need a woman needed too, but yeah, like I'm a young man. I need stability right now. At the point in time where I was at in my life. So she did all that. He comes back, obviously, right? But at this point, I'm like, you know what? I done had it. I'm just gonna find me my own little place. Found me my own little place. Whoop-de-woo. I'm lying. I didn't find my own place. She eventually had got a place to approve her for her to rent it out to do Airbnb. She allowed me to stay there while her and my friend essentially like reconvened a relationship because after I done blacked on him, like, yo, why you never sent my money back? You said you needed it. It was emergency. You over here flexing with the gun. Like, what's going on? We got some tension. I'm not fucking with him. She looking at me like I stole from her. I'm like, I'm cool. And then she's like, no, see, I don't really want you to leave. I feel like we keep my hair together, so I think that you should just go stay in the Airbnb, just pay the water bill, not pay the rent. I'm not gonna be here for long now. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable like still living under you. And she was like, just for like 2-3 months, get yourself on your feet. You know, I've been looking for jobs while I was out there the entire time, but I just couldn't find a job. Mind you, and I'm sure you probably have like the same type of mindset. Everybody's broke is a little bit different. I had $10,000 to my name, and I'm broke. I can't go below that. So like when I was saying I was broke, it wasn't like I really needed her. It was just nothing. That's not, if I keep dipping into that, at some point that 10,000 gonna be zero. So I'm like, I gotta work smart. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'll, play the hands I was dealt. You feel me? I don't gotta pay rent. I don't gotta pay for a car note. None of that. I'm gonna just stack my money, or just try to save as much money as possible, or just really not spend as much money as possible, while I don't have like a real main concrete hustle. So come back, didn't realize while I was packing up all my stuff and laundry and stuff like that, some of his shit get mixed up with my shit. So he texted me like, yo, you stole my watch. I'm like, bro, why is this shit so dramatic? At this point, he was already coming back, and I was already there for like 3 days. I done bought a microwave for the crib and all that. I'm thinking I'm moved in. When she said he coming back, he's like, yeah, I know y'all had tension right now. That's my man, so you kind of got to leave.
What?
So when he called me, I'm already on the road. So he thinking like I intentionally took what was his, and I was like trying to run off and probably sell it or do something like that. And he's like, when I see you, like it's up. I'm like, damn, this shit is like crazy.
For real?
Yeah. So we ain't talking like 3 years after that.
Oh wow.
Like after that entire situation, something told me like I'm gonna be the bigger person. Because when I went back home, I ended up realizing, I do got this nigga watch, but I can't call him back now. I look weird, like I really did take it. So I just held that. I literally never wore it. I just had it, just sitting there the entire time. Because he was sending me threats. I'm like, all right, you ain't getting shit, but we just never gonna see each other. So that's what ended up happening. Something just told me be the bigger person. Like at this point, like me and this nigga, we done been through so much. I'm like, I knew I wasn't intentionally wrong, but it was like I should have just told him like, yo, I do got to watch. Even though despite how it looks, I didn't steal it from you. I just had it. Like your stuff got mixed up with my stuff because we, had the same laundry and you had that shit in your pocket, whatever. This is the back end story that you wanted to know. So I'm like, what's going on? This is 3 months ago we talked, right? So it's been some time. I done seen them looking like they got married on Instagram. People who knew our situation, they will always like send me like their stories and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, good for them, whatever. But now we kicking it back off. But when you fell off with somebody, it's still a little bit awkward, but he started to open up a little bit. I was like, so like, really, I'm like, what's going on with Jill? He like, yeah, she went broke. I'm like, I'm like, how broke? He like broke as in like, I started to do some things that I wasn't proud of to get the money illegally, and now I'm the one that's up, and I kind of feel survivor's guilt, and I'm taking care of her. I really don't want to be with her, but she held me down for those 3 years while I didn't have no money. I was like, damn, them tables turned. That's crazy. He was like, yeah, we got like we moved to Houston. We got a big house in Katy. I'm paying for it, but, the money still ain't really all that good. I'm still looking for something else. I'm about to go back to school. I'm just like, damn. Wow. Then look at me over here like, shit. Something about them tables, they do turn. But not to say like that, but that was that. So that's the story of the girl who ended up becoming that was a long story. The girl who became a millionaire overnight, not by sleeping on my couch, but while sleeping on our couch ish. Yeah. So that's my TED talk.
All right, man.
Man.
That was a lot.
Everybody do your Instagram handle.
For sure. So you guys can follow me at Bluffa Boy, BLUFFABOY. My business page is approved by C. Approved BYCEC.
Go ahead.
Me? Yeah. Oh, y'all can follow me at Jenna Keeper.
You can follow me at Miss Turner, MISSS 3 S's .Turner.
All right, man. Y'all have a nice day.
For sure.